Hoop dreams and heifers, and colorism and exhaustion. According to Evelyn Lozada, she said there was 2 episodes left of this season. Thank God. I'm not sure if this is included in the 2 or 2 after this episode, because I'm ready for this season to end. And I'm pretty sure y'all are too. I'm kind of sorry for picking up this franchise, but I'm glad it's almost over. Let's get into the episode. So we pick up where we left off last episode. OG is not backing down on her colorism and racism accusations. Malaysia asks, okay, well, what did I specifically do? And OG says, y'all called me Godzilla, y'all called me a gorilla, y'all talked about my skin, my toes, my fashions. Now, I remember the ladies last season talking about her toes, like hanging out her shoe, but I think if it was anybody, they would have talked about that. Now, her fashions, I mean, y'all, come on. OG is extremely tacky. And then the eyelashes. It's just tacky. And then her makeup was terrible too. It had nothing to do with her skin color. What I do agree with her on is the way they treated her was rooted in colorism, especially at the reunion. You can't tell this person they're aggressive, but not hold everyone else to this aggressive standard. Like, she should have been there at the reunion. And I think that's where her argument is. But OG is now taking every single insult that was told to her and saying it was rooted in colorism and racism. And Malaysia brings up a good point. Like, she talked about the other ladies too. So what's the difference? So then OG says Malaysia was talking about, oh yeah, one monkey don't stop no show. And Malaysia tells her, well, I definitely wasn't talking about you. It was an expression. It was something that I was talking about concerning a friend of mine. I'm sorry that you thought it was you. But yeah, OG still has other points. So then she says that Malaysia called her ugly behind her back. I think Malaysia said her fashion choices were hideous, or they were talking about how she dressed. I can't remember anyone on the show talking about her skin color specifically. Again, how they treated her with the aggressiveness and with the reunion, that is her main argument, and she has not brought that up yet, and I'm wondering why. Like, 'cause that's the main point that she has. So then Malaysia mentions to OG that, well, you've also talked about my skin and accused me of bleaching it. OG says she didn't accuse her of bleaching her skin. She just said she heard that she bleached her skin. Okay. Like, I get OG's position, but she gotta own her own shit too. Whew, this conversation is frustrating. So they take a break from the conversation and now we're over at Evelyn's Airbnb. Oh, is Shoni talking to Shaq on FaceTime? Fast forward. Is that what that whole scene was? Okay, anyway, so we're back to Jackie's now. So Malaysia asked a good question. She asked OG, what do you want? What do you want out of this conversation? And she says she just wants people to be themselves. Okay, it's frustrating because, like, I would get if she said, well, I just want everyone to acknowledge that what y'all did to me at the reunion was some fuck shit. And going forward, can we please be cognizant of the biases that's going on in this group? I think I would have loved to hear that. But then now it's just turning into like, okay, how can I prolong this? So then she says this whole group has a problem with colorism. And then Jackie's like, oh, you mean me too? And then OG says, I feel like this whole group has a problem with colorism. And Jackie is not here for that. Wait a minute. Okay, this is a serious question posed to the chat. Please let me know in the comments, please. OG just said, this is an example of colorism. Wake your black ass up. Now, girl, you reaching now. Like, I think my mom has told me that. Get your black ass up for school or some shit like that. Or I gotta get my black ass. Now for me, I don't think that's what colorism is, but y'all let me know in the comments how that can be colorism in any type of way. I think that is a bit of a reach, But please, I really wanna know y'all comments on that specifically, because I definitely wanna know. Of course white parents don't say wake your white ass up. What? So now Malaysia and Kristen, they head out. So the rest of the women, they're all in the living room. It's Jackie, OG, the twin bots, and Jennifer. And one of the twin bots is asking, okay, well, how did it go? It looks like you and Malaysia hugged. Like, is it good? And then OG's like, it's baby steps. And then the twin bots ask another question, and then OG's like, well, they're inquisitive. And then it starts to go left. So now Jackie lets everybody know that she said the whole entire group has a problem with colorism, including Jennifer. And maybe the twin bots, I'm not sure, but maybe not. But, you know, Jennifer got that face just like... Jackie is sipping her brown and she is quite annoyed. So one of the twin bots brings up OG's double standard and how she's asking them all about their business when they're trying to ask OG about specific things, like she doesn't want to answer them. And OG feels like she owes these twins nothing. So if you feel that way, you shouldn't be asking the twins anything then. So then OG tells them to watch their tone. OG, out of everyone, tells them to watch their tone. And then Twin Bot 1 reminds her, look, you've been talking in this tone all the time, so I'm just matching your energy. And then it starts to go left, and this is the most personality I've seen out of these twins since. So I gotta thank OG for bringing it out of them. So then OG leans in. I'm gonna say this one time. Now, I was trying to help you guys. Now they interrupt her and say, you ain't trying to help me nothing. And then OG's like, well, let me finish or you'll be finished. Is that a threat? Come on. Now you can't be asking why people call you aggressive when you just threatened somebody. You said you're gonna finish the girl? Really? Oh, man. I mean, is this producer manipulation, y'all? And the screaming match begins. Again, this is the most emotion I've seen out of these twins since they came on here. Now, apparently, Kristen and Malaysia are still in the garage, and I'm just thinking, I thought they left by then. It's crazy how the twins had OG's back, and now they're here. Like, how did they get here? So Malaysia comes back in, and Jackie's updating her on what just happened. It's funny because Jackie don't know their names either. She's like, oh yeah, the one over here. And Jennifer is doing nothing. Like, why are you on this show, girl? Like, there was no reason for Jennifer to come back. So now OG brings to light that her and one of the twins have history even before the show. Apparently OG wanted her on so she can spill some dirt on Phoebe. And that's weird for OG to even pretend in the beginning that she didn't even know the girl and they already knew each other. Oh, reality TV. Fake, 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 fake. Okay, so as I see it, Twins is saying that OG tried to bring them on for the reunion to spill gossip on Phoebe. And then according to OG, the twins contacted her and tried to parlay tea on Phoebe in order to get on the show. Who's lying? We don't know. But I still think it's kind of shady that they pretended on here that they didn't know each other. That's why I'm looking at them both side-eyed. So we're back at Evelyn's, and man, these women are boring. Evelyn, Shawnee, and Liza, they're all in the kitchen. Boring. So Malaysia and Kristen pull up to tell them what happened at Jackie's. So they're letting the ladies know what happened at the house. They're saying that one of the twin bots and OG was fighting. Malaysia was saying, well, you know, if you're getting into it with everybody, then it must be you. So then after that, Evelyn gets the idea to invite Jackie and the twins over. I'm also wondering, how is this exhausting Shawnee when she hasn't even been over to the house? Like, whatever's going on at Jackie's Airbnb shouldn't even concern you. Y'all should be having your own good time. It's unfortunately that y'all can't even carry the show on y'all own because y'all are extremely boring. You know, I'm really curious to find out how far apart their mansions are because it looks like quite the drive. So now they arrived at Evelyn's and they all just basically in a circle kikiing and talking about their confrontation with OG. And before Jackie decides to go back to the Airbnb, Shawnee lets everybody know that she will be leaving early. And it's mostly because of OG and how she's publicly tried to defame her as well as Evelyn. She mentions that, okay, if you're trying to get me for favoritism, okay, I'll take accountability for that. And I'll try to have a conversation. But it seems like you ain't trying to have that conversation, so she wants to leave. But I'm like, y'all in your own mansion. Like, why do you have to leave? Ugh. God, what Shawnee is wearing in this confessional is so distracting. It is terribly ugly. Shawnee says she doesn't feel good in this space. It's not an energy that she wants to be in. But again, you're not in a house with OG, so I'm not sure how she affects what's going on in y'all's house. Y'all can do your own thing, but apparently she needs to go home. I think Shawnee's idea of a place with positive energy is where everyone is kissing her ass. That's what I think. Lord, so Evelyn's leaving too? Like, I don't get that. So Shawnee and Evelyn are leaving because of OG? Y'all tripping now. And here come the waterworks from Evelyn. I feel like I can't be myself. I planned this trip and I don't like the energy. What? What energy? Y'all not even in the same house with her. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I'm guessing the good news is the season's gonna end early. But I'm just wondering for the next episode, what's gonna happen. So now we have Kristen and Jackie talking separately, and you would have thought somebody died the way they're acting right now. She said, I think we're all done talking. Like, Shawnee doesn't even want to talk anymore. But basically, they're just venting their frustrations to each other about OG in this moment. So we're back at Jackie's place where it's just OG and Jennifer sitting in the living room, and it's just crickets right now. I think they're forced to be downstairs so they can film, because I think if it was up to Jennifer, she would just be in her room. It is so uncomfortable right now. It's mad, awkward silence between them. OG is on her phone, and Jennifer's just looking the other way and out of space somewhere. So when Jackie gets back, she tells Jennifer that the twins are staying at Evelyn's, and I'm guessing they're going to take Evelyn and Shawnee's rooms. Jackie is stressed, she's frustrated, she's annoyed. She's telling them that Shawnee and Evelyn are deciding to leave because of the energy. Now, what I don't like is, and this is in OG's favor, don't leave y'all's Airbnb because of OG. She has nothing to do with what's going on at y'all's Airbnb. So Jackie asks OG, is there any way you're willing to admit that maybe colorism and racism aren't exactly the words you want to use towards this situation? And OG's like, no. And this is Jackie's response right now. Jackie is tired and she's just flabbergasted. Like, I'm not sure if y'all didn't get this in the first episode, but OG is not backing down. She's not. It's a stalemate right now. Wait, so now OG is saying that she's including herself when she said there's a colorism problem in the group too. I'm confused. I'm confused at this point. Just like Jennifer. I'm confused. I thought the issue was with Malaysia, Kristen, Shawnee, and Evelyn. But apparently, it's everybody. It's everybody. To my point again, which I've been saying every review, why did she come back to this situation? So back at Evelyn, Shawnee is hightailing it out of there. She is not even waiting. She's leaving tonight. Like, the way she's stressed, you would have thought she saw OG there. Like, she didn't even see OG this entire trip. Yeah, Shawnee and Evelyn are stupid. I don't know why they're leaving. They had no reason to leave, and for them to put that on OG, it's not helping your case. Kristen, you tried, Malaysia tried, but Shawnee and Evelyn didn't try at all. Let's get that straight. Malaysia and Kristen are talking, and they're followers, and now they're saying, oh, well, since Shawnee and Evelyn left, it's time to go. It's time to go. The sisterhood needs a break. And where's Liza? Did she just leave? Like, she just disappeared. So Jackie lets the ladies know, well, Shawnee is officially gone, Evelyn's officially gone, it's a wrap. And OG's like, okay, what else? What else is going on? Now, Jackie is extremely pissed now. Like, she cursing and everything. You serious? You can't even talk to these motherfuckers and fix it? While she got this brown drink in her hand? Now, Jackie made a good point in her confessional, but I'm going to save it for my thoughts at the end of this episode. Ooh, child, this episode feels long as fuck. We got 5 more minutes left. Thank God. Jackie is over it now. They don't want no more conversation. Jackie is kind of making some sense. She's saying we all call each other bitches. We all threaten to knock each other out. I've actually been in a fight before, but I'm a changed person. We all make mistakes. And I think she just wants OG to come halfway. And OG is not willing to come halfway. She told y'all that in the first episode. So you really can't do anything at that point. Yeah, Jackie, you can say all this, but it's going right in one ear and out of the other for OG. So you talking to a brick wall right now. Ooh, Lord, OG and those spider eyelashes, they are so distracting. Ooh, God. Anywho, so Jackie asked one more time, are you willing to compromise, talk to them or anything? And then OG has had enough and she goes upstairs. Doesn't even answer Jackie. Ooh, thank God the episode is over. It ends with Jackie talking to Jennifer saying basically, we're at a point of no return here. And I feel like it's a point of no return for the show as well. Now, here are my thoughts after looking at this episode. It just looks like OG came back to just blow up the situation. Like, she doesn't want to fix anything. Like, she doesn't want to talk it out. She doesn't want to be friends with these women. I don't think the women want to be friends with her either. But I think she just wants to tear down the show, and maybe it's time, because we've seen how this show has been. I mean, to Royce, to Mika, to Duffy, like all these women, like they were bullying them, like favoritism. Like maybe it's time, their karma's coming back to them with OG. But it looks like OG's more concerned with just blowing up the situation than actually fixing it and moving forward. And this season, oh my God, so tumultuous. And now we find out that we're officially not getting a reunion either, allegedly. Rest in peace to this show. But yeah, oh God. Let me know your thoughts in the comments because I think OG had a point with the reunion, but otherwise with everything else, I'm just kind of like, I don't know about that, sis. So y'all let me know. Anywho, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.